Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Ringroo. Hello.
And folks, it is Thursday, which means it's time for Game 2 for our coverage this week of the Steel Division Season 3 League. Today on Slutsk, we have some rather interesting matchup. Who do we have?
Left-hand side in blue, we have Tuuk playing as 5th Panzer with Flatline income. Right-hand side, you have Curbs playing 6th Airborne with also a Flatline income.
I will say, Curbs, to me, I want to be on his side because he has things like the Tetrarch Little John here. But then I think of Treyarch, and then I think of Call of Duty, and I kind of have to back off a little bit. But how's this going to work? 5th Panzer, 6th Airborne.
This is a pretty tough map, I'd say, for 6th Airborne, as they're not a very good long-range division, just like an SD-44. They got pretty damn good infantry, and they got a decent amount of it. But against, well, generic Panzer division, because 5th Panzer really is a generic Panzer division with Tigers and Panthers and Panzers like, it can be a bit scary in an open field fight. So, I mean, looking at it right now, Curbs is pushing pretty heavily down south in the town, which is really his best course of action early on.
Well, I think the amusing thing to me, to a certain extent, sorry, I see an early Panther over here to the west, is there's been a bit of a predilection to either go Vanguard or Flatline income the entire way through. And I'm wondering if that's becoming kind of the new meta here. You might want to just depend on that consistency, so that way if you do go later, you're not going to get caught out.
Yeah, Vanguard's pretty nice. It gives you a lot of points early on, where really A phase is one of the most important phases in the game. But also you have like enough points later on, like 110 points in C phase isn't terrible, to still kind of keep your foot in the door.
It certainly isn't. Now, meanwhile, we have this 250/9s here, causing quite a bit of damage, especially with them having recon optics. Ox and Bucks in the area with Gebotaledos. Retreat, my friend, retreat! But it's going to be too late for him. I think we're going to see a dead half-track in a second. Oh, no.
Oh.
Never mind.
He takes it like a... No. He does. He doesn't take it like a champ.
Well, elsewhere, though, we are going to see the initial kind of commando rush that we're so used to seeing from things like the 6th Airborne, just because the quality of their infantry, especially early on, is nigh... It's nigh unstoppable. Commando infantry is just so good.
Yeah, the airborne engineers, especially once they get behind enemy lines, would ready to retreat if that does happen, which usually happens early on. It's a nice thing to have. I like how he's using his Tetrarchs and MMG carriers to give fire support. He's got leaders buffing everything. It's pretty lovely. It's a pretty good push here. And Tuuk, I mean, this is really where Tuuk is going to fall behind, is in the classic town fight. He really needs to try and push in the middle or up north, where he can use heavy tanks to his advantage.
That's certainly true. And that first Panther coming in, I kind of want to see what the Panther can really do.
Yeah, he's sticking in the town, which... This isn't the worst town to stick it in, because it is actually quite open, but there are PH. There is a Tetrarch Little John. It might not go...
There was a Tetrarch Little John.
Now it's a Tetrarch Little Gone.
Oh, but the 6-pounder! We missed a 6-pounder completely!
Oh, yeah! I think that's in a pretty damn good position.
And a Centaur, which is kind of unusual. We don't tend to see very many Centaurs.
No, I thought they were went extinct like a couple thousand years ago.
Yeah, actually, I think that happened in the Hercules movie. It chronicles the death of the last Centaurs.
Can't believe we did, yeah.
Hashtag the Rock did everything wrong. Tear down the Rock. Give me pebbles. But in the meantime, airsoft's being poured out of every orifice, and since it is coming out of every orifice, you know it's going to be shit. And yeah, you know what? But more Tetrarchs coming the other direction. So those guys discount everything, really. Not even as good as half-tracks. I'm surprised that half-tracks went down as quickly as they did.
Yeah.
Ooh, but I didn't realize actually we have 4 75mm howitzers down to the south.
This is crazy. We never see artillery con, but we're seeing a crap load of artillery being brought out here in this match. And I mean, that's just a lot of firepower that you can put down.
And
those 75s.
And that's the thing, the Pack Howies over here just don't seem to get as much play as they deserve. I feel like these guys, unsung heroes of a lot of the Western Division decks.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're nice, they're cheap. They're like mortars, but with a little bit of extra range.
Yes, sir.
And also anti-tank, if
Yes.
the worst comes to worst. Which usually doesn't happen on SD2 because your artillery can shoot all the way across the map, so there's no reason really putting it in most cases where it can't be shot.
That is certainly the case. I'm watching this Pack 36 try to engage this Centaur and just whiff constantly. My god, sir. My god. Nope.
He's having a hard time.
Meanwhile,
yeah, honestly...
Yes, sir.
Like Tuuk's doing a pretty good job of holding, all things considered. I mean, still a trove, 5 minutes in.
Yeah, I think that's more just because of the random bits of luck he's gotten here, as opposed to be a committed tactical decision, though. To the north. To the north. This should be this should have been a broken... excuse me, a breakthrough, not broken through. It should have been a breakthrough probably about 5 minutes ago. You know the commanders are engaging you out in the open.
Yeah. Yeah, but if he can just get some more infantry up here, I mean, those Panzer IVs can do a decent amount of work, get 1 or 2 flags pretty easily. It is a 6-pounder, but he doesn't have... He has decent line of sight, but can't cover all the way up north. Oh, we got a Fuckerwolf coming in, dropping in some booms, and blues up the 6-pounder.
He certainly does. Now, there is a 203 off-map coming in, dropping down some artillery fire upon Tuukkaraski's line. It should do pretty damn well, all things considered.
Yeah.
And geez, these howitzers, his concentration of fire is just absurd.
Yeah. I feel really sorry for that Pack 36.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, the 2-star veterancy and artillery makes a really big difference.
Well, and I was looking for some sort of commando unit, and we're not seeing that. Or commander, not commando. By the way, Typhoon AT to the north, looking for that Panther. Not sure if technically... No, there we go. So I didn't think you could see him. And even, actually, with that 37 mil from the Flak 43, this actually might be a dead Panther. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how precise this accuracy is.
Yeah, Panther's turning to not sure its side armor. And doesn't matter, it gets blown out.
You know, in the meantime, P4 goes down to the south, probably courtesy of those Tetrarchs.
Yep.
And with that, I mean, the Germans are forced to give ground. Not surprising, all things considered.
Yeah, his infantry's really been beaten up quite a bit, and now is the time for Kerb to try and take out Southern Hilltop with all his troops.
Well, can you feel the artillery tonight? We are going to see a bit more devastation, I would think, just as soon as this other artillery strike comes down.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the addition of the Pack Howitzers gives them an awful lot of flexibility. Ooh. 105 going the other direction. How intriguing.
Exchanging artillery numbers.
You know, and it's nice to see that artillery gets so close. It's so often the Jets and the Sharks between a lot of it. By the Tempest coming in with those quad 20 mils, that Focke-Wulf's not getting out.
Nope.
There we go.
That's a good intercept, yeah. And second off-map artillery coming in. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to tag Kerb's infantry as they try to make that push.
I think he's missed it just barely. But not a single ticket has been lost still.
No, it's neck on neck. Like, completely through. This is quite crazy. And we're just about to enter into B phase.
Actually, I like this. We have two Tetrarchs hugging the southern side here. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're going to get seen eventually, but if you can lock down this actual approach, this is a nifty little spot here. I never really thought about doing that. It is.
Yeah, because you got that little dip in the hill, yeah, to sneak up in. That's perfect.
We got a shot blocker as well.
Behind enemy lines, doesn't matter. It's our trucks.
Well, and
the raider trait.
And there's just enough oomph behind their cannon that it can be quite devastating. And actually, with these howitzers, again, what's this? Oops, let's check your trial. There we go. With the 8700 meters, they should be able to actually drop smoke down if they need to.
Yep. And I honestly think that Tuuk's soft map artillery's done a pretty good job in shutting down that initial push from Curbs, giving Tuuk enough time to actually bring in some infantry reinforcements.
Until the artillery comes the other direction.
Yeah.
And the Mosquito comes down, so this is going to cause no small amount of consternation here.
Nope.
Oof. Nice, is Ox and Bucks being brought in? Yep. Oh no, Grenadier Volts. Okay, so Grenadier Voltigea coming in. Another Centaur. I thought I saw some Ox and Bucks being called in, but I guess that's not going to be the case here.
Nope. But we got a little bit of we got some aggression happening up north here from Tuuk, trying to get some Ursads trooping into that little farmstead. Not gonna happen, as it's a little bit more well defended with some flamethrowers than he probably initially thought. We also got machine gun teams engaging, the MMG carry engaging. Tuuk really could use with probably like an actual heavy tank up north. Just a little bit of extra firepower, because he does have the division to, take his side.
Not to distract us back down to the south again, but the Tetrarchs are behind lines, and they are actually causing quite a bit of a hassle.
Holy crap, that is such a good position for the Tetrarchs. Being able to shoot anything that comes up that hill. I mean, you don't really see Tetrarchs being used like this as often, but it's nice actually seeing them doing some sneaky stuff, because they're rather sneaky little tanks.
Well, and the last artillery barrage has actually been used over here from Tuukkaraski's off map. There's a P4 coming in as well, though, so this could be probably the end of the playtime for those Tetrarchs.
Even then, Tetrarch could get a ambush shot on the P4, and the Grenadiers folk coming in to clear things up, and I have a feeling Curbs is going to be taking that hill, and it's really due to those Tetrarchs.
Which is so strange.
Yeah, they usually aren't as good, I find. But that's a really huge advantage, taking that hill. I mean, high ground and all.
Well, that's how you know it's over, Anakin. Now, I hate to kind of distract you for a second. There's a P4 that was moving forward. I think that got taken out by the 6-pounder. And kind of with that, like you said, yep, down to the south, we have a few squads. Yep, P4 does go down.
Holy... Yeah, that's got down. And he's going to get another flag because of that. Oh, and yeah, 16-8, I don't think it's going to last for too long yet, flag advantage, but it's pretty damn good. And up north, Tuuk is starting to actually do a bit of a actual aggression here, getting a Panther A.
But still a Cromwell, and actually 2 Cromwells and a Tetrarch. So, yes, the Panther's going to cause a lot of hassle, but it's 1 tank.
Yeah. I have a feeling what's going to happen to that Panther. It's going to come up, it's going to shoot a bit, Typhoon AT comes and blows it up.
Yep, that's actually what I was thinking. Is you're like, I think it's going to happen to the Panther, it's going to be Typhoon AT. Yep.
Yep.
And the loss of the German infantry is going to die here pretty quickly, and that'll just turn into another Allied moment. Actually, quite amusing. Down to the south, there's 1 air slash trooping and 1 command carrier with literally 16 bullets. And he's out.
Make him count.
He can't even run him over.
No.
There we go.
Yeah, so I was trooping like, oh, thank God they gave me some grenades.
Well, artillery fire starting back up again, so expect Tuukkaraski's infantry to the south just to vanish.
Yeah, and I have a feeling once this artillery softens up, the middle town, or just the one north of the river, we're going to be seeing a airborne push here. Because right now, Tetrarchs are still in position, and they're shutting down any reinforcements that dare to come in. So it's a perfect time to clear that town up.
It certainly does seem to be, doesn't it? Well, the one brave air slash trooper, I like to call him Ludwig, little Ludi down here. Brave man. Brave man. Not going to last much longer on the front lines being brave, but regardless. Panther, in the meantime, I suppose you are right. He has taken both Cromwells and the Tetrarch Little John. So he's going to cause a bit of a stir.
Yeah.
A 17-pounder being brought on in to cause some issues for him as well.
Oh yeah, 6th Airborne does get access 17. I completely forgot about that. That means... that means Tuuk has a pretty good defensive advantage against those Panthers.
So I was paying attention to the AB Canadian Paras. They're coming in. There's an entire column coming forward of those. I'm not going to say they're going to win it all by themselves, but definitely worth mentioning. A couple more Cromwells being brought on in, and wait a second. Oh my god, that artillery fire can hit from such a long distance.
I know, right? Just completely stressing out, or gonna be stressed out Pack 36, yeah.
6-pounder, by the way, knocks out the shooter and the Panther, and doesn't get the kill this time. And in fact, may not get the kill forevermore, because we now have a Focke-Wulf coming on in. But it's kind of the same story every single time, isn't it? We have a huge bomb coming on in, takes out one piece, and then generally, we'll get taken right on out in turn.
Mm-hmm. But this time he's keeping the Focke-Wulf on the field. With the bombs dropped, it's actually a pretty respectable fighter against that Tempest. And it's going to come to a head-on, isn't it? And
yeah. And he'll get away, but he's going to be quite wounded from that.
Mm-hmm.
Down to stealth.
Yeah.
Mozzie. Oh, cleaning up one dude. Yeah, whatever.
He's literally... That's literally one guy.
Getting
a little bit overkill.
900 kilograms of bombs.
Napalm bombs, yeah, that is a brutal way to go.
By the way, here comes your push in the south, and here comes a TOT barrage. But this is at 381 shells as well, so they're not messing around.
No, he's not. He might accidentally hit his own troops a bit with that.
Yeah, they knew the risks. And I think, is that the Typhoon to the north? Are we going to see a Typhoon on that Panther?
Yeah.
Yep, Typhoon.
We got a Tiger now here.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Typhoon AT is like surprisingly reliable as an anti-tank killer.
Yes, indeed.
The Focke-Wulf a little bit late to the party.
And not for nothing, but wait, where'd you see a Tiger before? CP4?
Up north.
There you go, never mind. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Tuuk is doing this northern aggression, but he hasn't managed to take either of the two flags which are close to him. He's pretty close to, but he just needs a little bit of extra infantry support to try and just run across the open field while the heavy tank backs him up.
Well, and let's be honest here. Anything he's giving to the north, he's losing in the south.
Yeah. But at this point, I'd think the south is kind of just a lost cause.
Wait, so you tell me the south is not going to rise again?
I don't think so. They've been thoroughly crossed.
I certainly hope you're right, sir. I certainly hope you're right. Focke-Wulf's just kind of hanging out though. Gonna make a couple of runs over here, looking for 6-pounder and the HMG, which I get, I really do, was not going to be enough to keep him away from that Tiger, for at least for the moment. Especially as the Tempest comes in, especially if we have Daimlers and Little Johns, and all of this mess.
Mm-hmm.
Tempest comes in for a deflection round. Approach, here it comes, and yep, there we go.
Gets the kill. You got another Typhoon AT. Yeah, Tiger's buggered. Not too buggered, actually.
He's not dead yet, but the Daimler Little Johns, yes, these things are POSs in so many ways. But it does technically have a chance to penetrate here.
Yeah, he just needs to get into that 1,000-meter range to get the hit in. But yeah, that Pack 36 is still alive, and it can pretty easily kill those Daimlers.
Statistically, it's possible. We're going to phase C pretty shortly. You're bailed out. Wow. Get off the road, my friend. Get off the road.
Or hide behind your dead buddy. Never mind. And the Cromwell trying to push in, but that's not going to really be able to do much. It's really going to have to come down to that 17-pounder finally getting into position, because that could pretty easily knock out the Tiger.
Well, I should say so, but it's going to take him another 4 years to get through the rest of those trees. And another Tiger being brought on in as well. So Tiger, Panther, another Tiger. So we're chock-a-block full of heavy equipment here to the north.
Mm-hmm. But I think just losing so thoroughly down south is really screwed over Tuuk, as I mean that's a lot of flags that he's lost down south, and I don't think he really has the offensive momentum to try and take back the equal amount of flags up north.
I can't help but feel that you're right there. But impartiality has me having to say that it's possible to come back into it. Just incredibly unlikely.
Just the artillery park, the use of air power, and just how thoroughly thick all the infantry is down south, just how many of them. It's quite a defensive posture.
Yes, it is. And since there's really no good crossings over here to go from one side of this wetness to the other, yes, it does mean it's really easy for infantry to cross, but no, it doesn't make the vehicles easy to cross, which just kind of lines them up, which causes a real great opportunity to get shot.
And speaking of getting shot down south, Curbs was moving up the 6-pounder into position to pretty much shoot at the spawn on that hill, which would be a pretty damn good position to be in.
Well, speaking of getting shot at to the north, we actually had the 17-pounder come in and take out that Tiger.
Huh. Not even surprised.
He wasn't even suppressed either.
No, he just was kaboomed.
Now, I want to see how many air kills there were, because I feel like this Tempest that's been in here, I don't know if it's the same one as before, but he's got to have at least 3 air kills.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty damn good work, or just the Tempest in general, really. Because Tuuk's been trying to use his air power, but it just doesn't work, as we're seeing.
Well, I think kind of mildly amused by the fact that this Tempest is just too fast for his own good. And eventually peels off his pursuit. Pack 36 in the meantime, kind of trying to chill here for a little bit. And we're seeing Grenadier Voltigier's vault all over that tiny little bit of water. And I should think that should be enough to cause an issue. Well, they haven't gotten the flag yet. It's close. I'm sorry?
The Tiger up north got, second Tiger up north got blown up by a 17-pounder.
He's got 2 kills. I mean, he's got 2 solid kills. I mean, just like, meh. No, 2 solid kills.
No. We got a push here from Cromwell's. As well on the northern, well, middle side, I should say, in that hill, trying to get a good flanking position, which is a pretty good area for the Cromwells to be moving through.
Mm-hmm.
You bringing in recon.
And the AB sniper should allow some eyes onto that P4.
Yeah. I do like how he's bringing up recon in front and not just moving the Cromwells up by themselves.
Nah, Curbs is usually pretty good about that. Every now and again we can go make fun of him about some stuff, but he's usually pretty good about the whole idea of not actively shooting himself in the foot. Usually at least he makes the opponent shoot his men. A fact for which I'm forever grateful. P4 goes down the center, though, which means that really not a whole lot to hold back this next advanced position.
Yeah. I mean, it's just looking at the mini-map, yeah, it's much more red on the map than it is blue.
A lot of people have been dying, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
You want to take us to ×2 at 30?
Sure. 3, 2, 1. Increase speed. And we're seeing right now we have, like you said, that 6-pounder able to go and engage these P4s that are in the area. Yes, oh, never mind.
Nope. And that is a good game, Curbs. Oh god, that was quite a big kill difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really quite surprised 6th Airborne worked so well on that map. Curbs did a really bloody good job in that southern push, and just had just enough defense up north to keep it under control.
Well, looking at kills and losses, Typhoon acquitted himself well, as did a Tetrarch or two.
Yeah.
Typhoon AT, 3 kills. 2 of which were Panthers, so really hard to top that. But
losses. Yeah. 5th Panzer is. It's the same thing with 2nd Guard Tank Corps. During the initial release of the game, its divisions reshore a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But now with some of the newer divisions, they're a little bit outclassed in terms of being a Panzer division.
Well, and that's
the 21st is arguably better.
But that's kind of the thing. I mean, it's just the idea that you have to go and successfully stave off the armored assaults and continue to have that recon.
Yeah. 5th isn't terrible, but it's just not great.
Yes.
Either. I have a feeling Tuuk could have been a little bit more aggressive up north early on, try to really hone it in with some half-track plays and some infantry, but just seeing how thoroughly destroyed he was in the town by just that elite infantry division, it's I don't know if that would have helped out too much either. It was a tough. He was in a tough position, it feels like.
Indeed. But we won't belabor the point any further.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, with that in mind, we will see you, it looks like, on Saturday. And until next time, of course, as always, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.